Welcome, one and all, to the K.O.E. Nation for a very interesting Mystery Spirits review.
Ooh.
Tonight, we are getting into Bond and Lillard, Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey. So I know nothing about this. I just was at a liquor store one day, and the guy working there was like, oh, if you're into bourbon, you really got to give this a try. I don't know what I'm getting into. I've heard a couple of good things in the few times I've ever really researched it, but I was just, okay. So on somebody's recommendation, I picked this up. This is batch number 2. But yes, Bond and Lillard here at the K.O.E. Nation, right here, folks. Be sure to give it a like, share, subscribe. I am your King of Extreme, Phil K.O.E., and I am joined by my indomitable broadcast partner, the one, the only,
the equally interested Tony G. What could this bottle hold for us? We're about to go on a spiritual quest.
I don't know if I go quite that far.
I'm going that far.
Okay, he went there.
Right.
He went there.
I expect big things out of small packages.
Oh, and we're back. Oh, and there's the knife I was looking for. Wow. Not at all editing magic.
Manifestation.
Yeah.
Right here on camera, folks.
Teleportation.
Truly a magical place to be. Like, share, subscribe.
So this is a cinematic review.
No. Just gotta believe. Believe in the bourbon.
Yes. The Whiskey Barons Collection. Limited edition, batch number 2. So, all right.
Ooh.
Nice. I've been holding on to this bottle for over a year now.
All right.
Because there's just never been an occasion to crack into it.
And that time has come.
Yep. And Tony and I were looking over, like, what's the last review of the night? And we're like, well, when else are we ever going to get into this?
Yeah, this thing's been sitting there for a while.
Yeah, Bond and Lillard, okay, on the back here, partnered and create a golden, delicate style Kentucky bourbon, was highly revered and awarded the grand prize at the 1904 St. Louis World Fair.
Oh.
Okay, all right, now it makes a little sense. I'm guessing this is the revival of an old brand.
All right.
Like that happens once in a while.
Sure.
Like in Nebraska, there was a really big distillery that ran until about Prohibition, and now there's folks trying to revive that old brand with their distillery. So I'm betting that's pretty close.
Strong. Ooh. There's a sweetness, but I can't.
It's like a Perry apple. I've been getting apple a lot, but I'm not wrong on this one.
I'm thinking peach.
Okay.
Like peach ring.
Because like a lot of people don't know that in the distillation of most whiskeys, there is the creation of esters, and esters are the same chemical that give fruit its smell. So
this is 100 proof, folks. So
ooh. So I'm guessing it's bottled in Bond.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it says Bond.
I mean,
so maybe I'm wrong.
Spoiler alert with the name, but yeah, I'm guessing so.
Ah, excellent. I mean, it says Bond and Lillard. So
Yeah, it's got to be. Now I'm gonna go with the sugary peach ring candies you get like the gas station. Peach rings, peaches.
Now, Tony,
And booze.
we're kind of splitting a fine hair here, but my grandma would make peach pie and she'd put a lot of sugar on it. So I'm thinking of peach just on an actual, or sugar just on an actual peach. We're splitting a pretty fine hair here.
I'd say we're thinking the same thing. Yeah.
Dang.
But it's strong. I mean,
but it's all sweet.
yeah, it smells
Like,
every
there's
bit
no-
100 proof, but it is sweet.
This is an excellent nose.
Yeah, I'm digging it.
Well, T, there's only one way to find out. This mystery shall be solved.
Oh. Hey, you know what? The nose actually matches the palate about perfectly.
Until the end. It gets a little spicy.
Yeah, but I mean, that's expected.
It's a lot of oak in there.
Mm.
Like, this is a lot of oak and deep, dark flavors. Like, I'm trying to think.
Yeah, but I think
Like, to me, the sweets come off as like more like that toffee-ish, very dark, thick, almost molassesy.
I'm still okay. I can see a bit of molasses, but yeah, I'm still getting the peach and the sugar and the intense. Yeah, the oak is definitely there as a base, but yeah, the peach and the sugar stand out to me. Interesting.
The peach for me is there a little bit on the tail end, but not much, and they don't really give a lot of information on this. Mutual confidence in each other's judgment and integrity linked the hearts of these two sturdy men.
Interesting.
So
this is not what I expected.
So the front of this label basically tells of these two men's love story with whiskey. They fell in love with whiskey, and we will make it happen. So, moving right along.
Let's move right along.
So, interesting whiskey. Not what I was expecting.
No, it's not
the
even
nose
close.
and the palate don't match for me.
For me, I think they match surprisingly well. Two different reactions. Yeah, like that peach is the first thing I get.
The only kind of fruit I get at this point is pear. So we're a little off in our perceptions here, but now, folks, for those who do not know, we're moving on to the grading.
Yes.
We grade on a 5-star scale. 5 meaning you have to have it before you shuffle off a sportal coil. 0 stars means pass it on by. We've advised you well. So, on a 5-star scale, we're going to grade this as a bourbon, a whiskey, a cask-aged spirit, it's shelving, and for those new to the show, the secret 5th question. So, Tony, as a bourbon, how would you grade this on a 5-star scale?
16.5. I'm kidding.
It is the last whiskey of the night, folks. Can you tell?
As a bourbon, I don't know. It's tough because it's not like anything I've had before. This is incredibly unique.
What I am going to give this credit for, which is really rare, is the flavor that you get on your tongue is not radically changed when oxygen hits your mouth.
Yeah.
It stays consistent. Which
that is true.
Like normally,
I agree.
When you let oxygen hit your mouth, just a completely different chemical reaction starts. But
yeah,
this one stays very much
true to form.
Slight bit of leather tying it all together. Like that's what,
I can see that.
To me, you and I are getting very different flavors.
Yeah,
here.
There's a lot going on here. I'm gonna go. This feels harsh, but I'm gonna go 275.
Put me back a little bit, folks, because I'm giving this 3.5. This is one of the bigger gaps in our grading here. Now, for me, this is a conversationalist bourbon.
Yeah.
For like
fair.
what we're doing here, we're pouring it, we're considering it, we're talking about, what are you getting? I'm getting this, and then from there, it's kind of like he's talking about the peach rings. I started talking about how my grandma would make pies. That's your jumping off point to a good, deep, wonderful conversation with good friends over the evening. So this is a conversationalist bourbon.
This just does not remind me of bourbon until you get that final nail in the coffin aftertaste.
Okay, gotcha. Now, we move on to whiskey. In the wide, wide world of whiskey,
I'll go 3.25 as a whiskey because I think it's a pretty damn good whiskey overall. It's just bourbon adjacent in some areas. But yeah, 3.25 is a whiskey.
I'm gonna give this 3.5. It's got all of these marvelous flavors, and everybody is gonna get a different experience. I wouldn't cocktail this.
No, I don't.
I don't think I would even put it on the rocks.
No, this is about as
it's enjoyed neat as a conversation piece.
Yeah.
And that's why I think even the proportion is perfect. A 3.75 is enough for everybody to have several tries, several tastes. Everyone can start to get just a little loosened up, but a 750 is going to get everybody snockered. So
cherry there at the end on that taste.
like I get what you like on my last taste, but it would be like a really dark cherry,
Yeah,
not
yeah.
like a maraschino cherry.
No. Yeah, there is a lot. There's a lot on the flavor.
Yeah, I'm getting more leather.
Yeah, I agree.
I can see why people say this is interesting stuff.
It is.
I don't think that you and I, other than Peach, have said a consistent thing amongst the two of us.
No, that's the only base flavor consistency so far.
So if you got some whiskey buddies, bring a bottle of this. So you'll all have an interesting time. Now, as a cask-aged spirit, we don't have an age statement on this. Could be like from just what I've tasted, probably more than 4 years.
I was gonna say probably no more than 4. As a cask, I'm gonna go 2.5.
Dang. I'm gonna go 3 stars as a cask aged. It's all of these weird flavors that we're getting in this roller coaster we've been on is a result of the casking. I think I'm wondering what the White Dog would taste like versus the
all right, that's fair. I'll go 2.75.
Hey,
that's fair.
Powers of persuasion.
Yeah, that is fair.
So, all right, now the shelving. Here's a weird one because it's not a bottom shelf. It's not really a top shelf. And it's not really a middle shelf, is it?
Yeah.
It's its own animal and flavor profile and placing. I'm just going to put it in the middle shelf for now because I'm not quite sure where to place it. And I'm going to have more people try this.
Yeah, I would say it probably leans closer to a middle if you're trying to decide between a bottom and a middle. But the presentation, it's cute. It's adorable. And cute and adorable means you're on the bottom.
Ouch. Fair enough. Now, the secret fifth question is a problem here, T. Because I bought this over a year ago.
Yeah.
And I cannot remember what I paid for it. I think it was around $60. So it was steep, but it was on a really heavy, oh my God, you have to try this. It's got all the unicorn tears. You don't need Blanton's after you try this. You know, it was a really good sales pitch.
Right,
you know, I gotta give the kid that. He sold me on it. So when this bottle runs empty, will I seek another one? That's tough.
I personally wouldn't.
Unfortunately, at its price point, no.
Yeah.
For
what you're getting,
if it was a $7.50 for 60, yeah, I would.
That's
because it's just an interesting.
Yeah.
But this one's gonna be my conversation piece whiskey when I've got friends over that they're trying different things and along the path, like, okay, try one drink of this.
Yeah.
Tell me what you think. And because I'm kind of strange. If you come over to Castle K.O.E., rather than you drinking like just 6 of one drink, I would rather you have like 8 or 9 of like different kind of, like, try as many things as you can. I want you to have as diverse of an experience as you can and walk away with here knowing a little more than you knew when you walked in. And so that's what's fun for me.
Yeah.
So this is definitely going to be one of those journeyman whiskeys that I'm going to put into the collection.
Yeah,
so
it's unique, it's different, it's not what I expected at all. So yeah, sampling of
I
this
think this is a little more up your alley than is mine. But I graded it higher than you did, so
I don't know. There were qualities that I really, really liked, and then there were things that I'm like, I felt like it lacked. I don't know.
But you know what?
In the next, I think this is one of these whiskeys that the next time I try it, I'm gonna go completely the other direction on it.
I bet you do.
Because
this is the last whiskey of the night. Next time you come over, this will be your first drink of the night.
Yeah, I think that would make a completely different experience.
And I might even film you doing that. But folks,
there you go.
Here we are. We we saw, we conquered the Bond and Lillard. I am your King of Extreme, Phil K.O.E. And folks, I don't know what to say around here. All that being said, Thank you for joining us this evening for this very interesting spirit discovery. I am your King of Extreme, Phil K.O.E., the devilishly handsome outlaw himself, the prince and potentate of the political parlance, the man of the hour, the man with the power, the man that makes the other podcast cower. Your King of Extreme, Phil K.O.E., and if I must say so myself, one damn handsome man, signing off and handing it off to my indomitable broadcast partner, the one, the only,
the Tony G. Like, share, subscribe. I am but one man.
That is but one bottle.
But one bottle. And these were two men who were joined together in a love for whiskey.
Apparently. So, folks, thanks for being here. Like, share, subscribe. Catch you later, folks.
Smooths itself out.
Get back, tell you what I'll do. If I ever get back, I promise to refabricate you, raging rivers of gold. That's what the brochure advertised. And now we're lost, we gotta take it down. Let you down slow, it's hard to survive. Nice. El Dorado. Oh, Lord. Well, let's see how that one went.
Yeah.